Hey YouTube community, today I got a new game here, Dirty Bomb. This is actually free, on Steam only, so sorry console guys, you're not going to get anything right now. But the game's a hell of a lot of fun, and I never even heard of it until just a day or two ago. And I saw it on there, I thought I'd give it a try, and it's actually a lot of fun. What this is an objective-based first-person shooter, as you can very much see. What we're trying to do in this round in particular is there's this vehicle down there. The other team's trying to repair it and push it down the street, and we're trying to keep them from doing it. So I'm playing a little campy over here because I'm trying to hold them off this vehicle for as long as possible. And the character I'm playing as, and there are multiple different mercenaries that you can be, is very good at range, and that's what I'm trying to keep them for the most part. There's a little bit close quarters coming up here, but for the most part I'm trying to keep them at a distance. And you can switch out anytime you want to a new character. You just have to wait for a new wave. You could be a medic. You could be somebody very good at close range. You could be somebody with a heavy machine gun, or you could be somebody a little better at distance. And you can pick up to 3 per match, which means there's like these 3 cards that you can switch out before the round starts, and you can pick any one of the 3 each time you go to spawn in. Personally, I like sticking with this one just because I like the range and the gameplay, and I love the Styrock. I think it's called something different, but I love this gun in real life. And I also like playing the medic quite a bit. The medic's very close range, but it's absolutely essential to have some medics on your team to keep your teammates alive and healed up. And there's also a couple classes that help give out ammo. Now, I know some of you Battlefield people out there are going, wait a second, this sounds awful familiar here, and you're right. This game is very much like, well, I'd say more like Battlefield meets Counter-Strike meets Team Fortress 2. It sounds kind of weird, but it actually makes sense and actually works really well. It's not any one of those games, but it does carry elements from each one. I'm aiming down my sights quite a bit just because that's what this gun's good at. For the most part, you can hip fire. You hip fire a lot. It's unnecessary unless they're at good range to look down sights. So quite often, with most classes except this one, I would not even bother looking down the sights. The game is fast. It's a little bit more arcadey than any of those, except for Team Fortress. Of course, that's a bit arcadey, but that's exactly why everybody loves it. And they love it also because it is free, which, guess what? This game has both of them. And the game's, in general, funny just because the very first thing it tells you is don't be a dick. It stresses that it's a team-based game. It's objective-based. You need to help and work together. That means you need to heal your people. You need to resurrect them. You need to pop those guys up and keep them alive and keep them supplied full of ammo. I know that's a thing also in Battlefield, but guess what? It doesn't happen that often. As you see, I just got revived, got some health. I'm supplying people right here with some ammo. This is how you play. I know it's a bit campy just because we are trying to hold them back, but that's what it is. And the same thing goes in, say, like Russian Battlefield, where it seems a bit campy if you're in the defending side, but that's how you have to play to win. Now, as attackers, you really need to push forward and grab some stuff or sneak around. There's actually multiple different ways to flank. Here, again, being in one spot, it's not the best at showing it, but there's definitely different ways of getting around, and some of them are fairly hard to spot. I would get behind everybody and just waste large numbers of them, and I absolutely loved it. There's nothing much better than getting behind, say, 4 or 5 people and just wasting them all. Except for when that person you get behind notices you're there and wastes you. You can't run and reload like Battlefield, unfortunately. Now, as you may have noticed, there's like a ghost image of myself there. Basically, it shows you where you've been killed at and who killed you and the actual weapon trajectory that got you. I like that a lot more than the standard kill cam. And like Battlefield's kill cam, I never really liked it. It kind of shows you, where the guy just killed you from, and sure enough, I could see him teabag me. Okay, but at the same time, I really like this because I sometimes I'm like, oh, that's bullshit, but then I see like, oh, there he was, and that's how he got me. I understand. I like that system a little better now that I'm used to it. Other semi-unique things to this game: after you kill somebody, you need to actually finish them off. Whether you run up and knife them, or I usually just put a few more rounds in them. You get some XP from it, but basically they cannot be revived because they can wall around on the ground for quite a while and be revived. If not, you need to finish them off. That way they're out of the game and they have to respawn and wait on the next wave, which the waves are fairly quick, but why? Why wait for the reinforcements to come? You want to waste those people. Also unique to it is most classes have 2 unique skills. Mine here is an ammo station, which is very helpful because everybody needs ammo. I know I'm always running out of it. And the next one is I have an orbital laser, which is extremely good at holding people back or destroying this vehicle. You can lay this thing down and just absolutely block off a path for most people. And some of the other classes will have like an orbital strike too, where you throw in a grenade and like an airstrike will come in. And other classes will have things like grenades or say a medic bag or a defib panels to wake them up real quick. You can revive people. Elsewise, you can go up there and hold the key down, but you cannot do anything while you're doing it, and it does take a good, I say 8 to 10 seconds, which is forever in this game, being as fast-paced as it is. But you can do it, and don't forget, it's a team-based game. You need to run up and do things and help out, which is also fairly hard because unlike in Battlefield where you can sit there and arm something while you shoot and aim around, this you need to be looking in the general direction and holding the key down. You can't do nothing. So it is quite hard. You need to work as a team, but the payoff's great. The game's fun. I mean, it's really fun. And what I actually found amazing, I know not everybody might have this, the connection was great. It was launch day. Tons of people were playing, and it ran flawless for me. And the game runs at a very high frame rate. I know the graphics aren't the best out there, but 144 frames per second, yes. If you enjoyed my video, I would appreciate it if you just hit that like and sub button. There's no real reason not to download this if you're a PC gamer. You obviously have Steam. You have 3 gigs of space, probably. Go out and play it. It's actually a lot of fun.